Hey, I'm Matt Maeson, and you're watching 101.9 KINK Radio in the Bloodworks live studio.
That's your new favorite music maker, Matt Maeson. Write it down if you didn't know it.
That's me.
We'll take it in right now live. Matt, thanks for being a part of the studio today. Good to see you. Man. He's on a run where they do just stuff like this. They come to radio stations. But we're special, so he came to Portland for KINK Radio. So,
you guys are special.
What? He is opening for Cake. Did you know you're playing our show on the 14th?
I found out about that because somebody tweeted it. And I was like, oh, shit.
Matt Maeson is one of our favorite new discoveries, so he's playing the show on December 14th at the Roseland KINK's Jingle Bell Jam with Cake and the record company and Matt Maeson. Give him a round of applause. That's, yeah, that's good company. That's good company that night. As I start diving into research for this amazing interview right here, and it's going to come up with all these stupid DJs like me. Is your past, the bio? It's pretty impactful, and it's not your atypical upbringing. Can you tell us a little bit about what your parents did and where that took you and how that impacted you?
Yeah. It's funny. Every radio host
Ding
asks
dong.
me about that. Yeah. But it's something I didn't think was unique, growing up doing it, just because it was my parents dragged me to all the Christian church things they did, and that was just one of them. And so basically they started a prison ministry when I was 16 or 17, and I started touring with them, doing that, playing live prison shows. I would just hop up there with my guitar by myself, and we did 300 prison shows, and then decided to try and become a rock star.
Yeah, I guess what people might think is your parents it was a heavy metal Christian band, correct?
Well, they were in multiple bands when I was a kid that were heavy metal Christian bands. Then they started doing more blues stuff. That's what they do now.
And looking back, I was thinking about this, as you look back on that, it's one of those things where you're I really hated that, or it was just, I think as you explained it, that was just kind of how my upbringing was, just how life was, right?
Yeah.
And it got you on a path to music making, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So as you look back at these moments, these pinnacle moments, what one moment do you think, is there one moment? Because it sounds like it was an everyday occurrence that you're making music and doing all these travels. Was there any one moment where you go, all right, that's it. That's definitely what I'm going to do?
Yeah, I got arrested. And I was I got to go after something, or else I'm just going to keep getting arrested. And so that's I basically went on the road with my parents for a bit, and then moved out of their house the day I turned 18. Got in a bunch of trouble, was I should probably go back and do that more. And then once I started doing that again, I was this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And then moved back to Virginia Beach, Virginia for a year, where I worked as a loan processor, which is a job that people go to school for. And I dropped out of high school. I don't know how I got that job, but I got it. It's $35K a year, desk job, and it was the most depressing. I hated that so much. And I basically got fired because I kept leaving to go tour or things like that. And then, I put a song on SoundCloud. I guess that's really the moment, went crazy on SoundCloud, and that's when people started actually noticing. One person shared it, blew it up, and record labels are calling.
Yeah. That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's a good problem. Have you had a chance to meet Andy Hall? Andy is in a band called Manchester Orchestra. You cited him as one of your favorite songwriters, which bless you for that. I'm a big fan of that band too. Have you had a chance to meet the men yet?
No. We played 3 or 4 of the same festivals this year, and didn't get to catch them once because we were just off to the next one.
Busy.
Yeah.
And your other songwriters that inspired you are no longer alive. So I guess Andy's the only one that you could go track down.
Yeah. Stay alive, Andy.
Yeah, stay alive, man. Well, thanks for being here today. We'll catch him again on the 14th at the Roseland Theater for our Jingle Bell Jam. And Who Killed Matt Maeson is out. It's that's one EP, and then there's the Hearse, which is the second EP.
Right.
And I have the double EP, which I guess makes an album.
That's rare, dude.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Find it on eBay after the show. Put your hands together one more time for Matt Maeson, everybody. Thanks, Matt.